Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Okay. How is everybody doing tonight? Give me a second to get set up here. Okay. It's time for some notes. Approach. The direct principle is approach to having software is both computationally efficient as well as easy to refactor and evolve. Acronym stands for beat yourself. Comes into play in this approach yields dividends when applied to duplication of code that can be extracted away, or we can abstract it away, or hey Brody, it's going well. Taking some notes. Saw your patron stream earlier a little bit. Hey, Gavin too. Hey, man. Decided to change my Thursdays to be Obsidian note-taking stream because a lot of my subscribers are all over the Obsidian stuff. That, and I figured out I don't really care for doing programming challenges live. I like to build stuff, not, you know, sweat about trying to finish a challenge in time. Approach yields dividends when duplication of code could be abstracted away, or the outcome can be achieved through more efficient means. on stream. Yeah. I actually, like, I posted in the comments, that was really funny. The the old photos of Luke. Oh my god, that was kind of cringe for me, to be honest. Because I'm like, I probably have some of those photos myself. Yeah, the competitive coding stuff, it's good engagement, but like, I don't really care for it. I do like my Friday stream though, where I'm building that Python application. That's fun. Yeah, I like actually like tinkering, getting in the weeds and stuff and taking my time, not rushing to reverse a linked list or some crap. Instead of 100, print hello worlds. You can just use a for loop. I absolutely do have some of those photos you upload on Facebook. Oh my god. Boomer Facebook is a barren moonscape of teenage embarrassment. Look at my child doing all of the awkward phase things. Let me just dredge these up decades later. Yeah, we could do a for loop for that. I wonder if that even actually works. One, 200. Huh. I wonder if this works. Oh, did it not? Whoops. Indentation. Huh. For int is not iterable. Huh. Then I wonder if we did. I'm just wondering. Print. Huh. Oh, so it's, I think it's range I'm thinking of. For x in range. Okay. X equals hello world for x in range 100. Print x. Why does it keep expecting something else? Huh. Okay. That's actually something I don't care about. Syntax, I'll just leave it like that. It's not accurate, but it doesn't matter. Station efficient as well as easy to refactor and evolve. This principle can be applied to a variety of contexts. In essence, the approach comes down to what is most efficient and utilizing any available means to lifting. But also reducing wasted effort down the line. And you might need to change a function name or something. Yes. Approach comes down to doing what is most efficient. You're using any available means to perform the heavy lifting instead of 100 statements. This type of what do we call this? Not abstraction. Planning. Abstraction, planning. Reduction in future. Type of reduction in future costs is another way to reduce that's not the one I want to say there, but cognitive load. Certain type of reduction in future cost. That's another way to reduce. Yes, because it will reduce cognitive load down the line, as well as do I have any notes on? No. Okay, so we'll reduce cognitive load, and also enforcement of a coding style and conventions reduces presenting familiar patterns and expectations. It's not necessarily don't repeat yourself, so that is just a related, not necessarily directly citable. Okay. Try principle. This one can now be linked to tag. Tags we got. Programming code. No. Yeah, workflow. And then we already have cognitive load in there. I don't think I have anything on waste reduction. No. Okay. And then, yep, that should be good for now. Got it linked to at least one note, so we're going to mark that as something to be added to over time. Yep. I think I'm okay with this. Okay, so now we can go back. Let's actually look at some of the ones that are already ready to be potentially filed. So we have color coding, isolate the components. So this one's definitely related to learning. I did just post this the other day. So I had this connected to author reference. It's because I didn't have the references listed that way. Okay. Color coding. Okay, here we go. So I mentioned the color blindness, so we're going to be visual learning. Okay. What would we say? I think it's neuroatypical. Is there an antonym? Neurodivergent, that's what it is. Hey, Gab Gabrul, thanks for the follow and for helping us meet tonight's follower goal. Welcome to the stream. Oh, hey, Luke. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. I enjoy running it. Neurodivergent. Yes. Well, I would say this note actually relates to neurodivergent. But I should maybe say that the ADHD is definitely neurodivergent. Yes. Made an account just to help me with my goal there. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, jeez. Okay, open up some more ADHD notes here. Because now I want to give him that little piece of metadata. Okay. Search for novelty. Do I have anything on generalism? General is... Nope, just this one. Okay. So just put that there. Yes, I use my internal links as tags because the differentiation between soft and hard links is useful to me in a couple different contexts and in different pieces of my workflow. They're treated differently, they act differently, and I make use of that differentiation. So I do use links as my quote-unquote tags. This is Obsidian, the Obsidian note-taking app. Obsidian.md. A lot of my YouTube channel content is all about Obsidian right now. Okay, so I got some of those pieces of metadata in there. This one is all about having to isolate components. Maybe granularity, granular. Well, it wasn't really super detailed. I talk about it at length on my channel in my workflow video, and I do have another video specifically just on the difference between links and tags and how I use them, coming in probably a few weeks. It's already scheduled, I just don't remember exactly when. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of content. Granular. Okay, so top level is folder hierarchy, granularity, structure akin to a neuron. Top level, again, reaching out to more granular topics. No, none of these really are what I'm looking for. So this one, anyways, we did have. This one can actually be related to mocks. Okay, but anyways. So we have teaching in granular parts, visual learning. Displaying and explaining information in this manner allows the viewer to see differentiation among all the component parts. The colon just separates the type of search you're doing. So this could be content, it could be tag, it could be path. It's just saying, hey, here's what I'm looking for, colon. Now you're actually going to provide the search string. And it's just these particular types. So you have these main three, content, tag, and path. And the other ones are just done with, either you could just type in text, like granular, and that'll look for the same thing. But when you do content, it looks only at the interior, not necessarily titles of notes, if it was in the title. Searching like this will say title or content. I wanted just content. And then otherwise you can also do regular expression searches too. So I could have just done like granular that way, but same difference. Looks like you can see I got some regex searches saved in here too. Is there a formal name for the granular learning approach? Granular computing is an emerging computing paradigm of information processing. At present, it's more of a theoretical perspective. No, it's not what I'm thinking of. The following new granularity approach. I wonder if this is all just machine learning stuff. No, this actually looks different. This actually looks like a paper. Gab Cabral. So, kind of off-topic question. What are the advantages of using macOS over Linux distros like Manjaro or KDE? Advantages? I mean, it really depends on what you're trying to do and if it would be an advantage for you. I mean, I know that's the the default question and answer that everyone gives is, it depends, but it does depend. I vastly prefer Linux over everything, but my school does not support Linux at all, and I don't like Windows, and I don't like WSL or any sort of just a layer on top of Windows. So I mean, I could have done a couple other things to work around it and get around some of those issues where, like, just the different OSs and the applications and different things need to be supported different ways. I could have found workarounds around everything, and I tell this to people all the time. But one of the things about getting the MacBook was the thing is a beast. I can just put a Windows partition on there if I wanted to actually game. It also comes with Final Cut Pro, which is really awesome for video editing. I've used a lot of video editors, and it's fantastic. And then I already have an iPhone. I already had an iPad. It came with AirPods. It's like, okay, well, here's the ecosystem. And the ecosystem is nice, but I'm also not, rooting myself too deeply into it where I'll feel a lot of pain if I left it. So like my task management right now, I'm doing a lot with Todoist, but I could easily just transition back to Task Warrior. And for my calendar stuff, I could easily just go back to CalCurse, email, go to Neomut. But yeah, it just depends. Babbler, hey Babbler, how you doing? Talba, hey mate, just wanted to leave a thank you here. Your channel has had a very positive impact on my life. Best wishes from Southern Europe. Hey, thanks. Thank you very much for the kind words, and I'm glad it's been a positive thing for you. Actually, Babbler, that's not a bad idea. I need to actually add that to my FAQ repo. Like, I have my FAQ repo here, and what I need to do is just take those types of questions and put them there. Looks like my webcam's getting blurry again. It does this sometimes if... I don't know, I need to unplug it real quick. Weird. I don't know why it does that sometimes. But yeah, I need to add that to my FAQ repo. In fact, I should just do that now. So yeah, if you have like general questions, I take them on my FAQ repo, and I like to just answer things this way. That way people can just refer to this for the frequently asked questions. So I'll get to that later. Okay. MacBooks do come with a webcam, but it's trash. I'm currently, I have this, I forget the model, but it's like 1080p. I think it comes as 60 FPS, but it's a decent one. It costs like $100, but it was decent. Gab Gabrol, how tall am I? That is the first discussion on that repo. Go check out the FAQ repo. Oh yeah, regular expressions. Regular expressions are amazing. We propose a new tiered granularity approach to developing modules or abstractions in visual and multimedia programming environments, create environments at scale. Modules. Primary focus being exploration and creativity. No, that doesn't sound like what I'm looking for. Cloud computing, no. Okay, so none of that's really what I care about. The webcam, it's a Logitech. I think it's a C90. My list of gear I have is there, and it's listed on there. I just forget what it is off the top of my head. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where to file this thing. Color coding explanations. Explanations. I'll just say, an explanation gives. Without coding and explanation allows. Modular and incremental. Modular and incremental instruction. Without having to isolate the component parts. Okay. So this is related to learning, modularity, instruction, and isolation of parts. Redundancy may not always be duplicative. Okay, so now. Instruction. This is the hard part, figuring out where to file this thing. That is what I need to figure out. Oh, actually, I also need to. Okay. Visual display, explanation, information, math equations, formulas. Man. Okay, let's try a different approach here. So let's see what some of these things look like as we increase the what's the phrase? As we increase the factor? No, it's like when you make a connection, degrees of separation. That's what I'm thinking of. The Apex Elite desk. Yeah, the Apex desk. Yeah, it's pretty nice. One thing I don't really care about, or care for, is the edges of the desk, like bevel under. So in some places in the desk, it's hard to clamp things to it, like my monitor stand, the arms. How do I Zettelkasten here? You have right up in a bunch of atomic notes, single thoughts that you link together. Yeah, yep. That's basically the approach. A lot of the things going around nowadays in PKM, personal knowledge management, is Zettelkasten, evergreen notes, and getting if there's like another like overall like framework of this type of stuff, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Space repetition is also big, but the two methods are basically like, atomic ideas, linking them together based on not necessarily where you'd want to file things, but where they might actually be connected, or where you might stumble upon some connected idea, ultimately for the purpose of a creative output. But it really just comes down to, you want to have an intentional approach to collecting, synthesizing, and storing your knowledge, your wisdom, information. It's not just, I'm in a class taking notes on a lecture. It's, okay, I listened to this lecture, I took notes on that lecture. Now from my notes on that lecture, what do I now understand? What have I learned? What concepts? What key terms? What lessons? And how can I connect that to things I already have stored in my vault, my collection, my note tape, my notes? How do I use Zettelkasten? I'm not really. It's kind of like a vague question. Like, how do I use it in general? How do I use it for something specific? I have a whole my workflow video on how I actually go about it. It's a little dated because things have changed, but I have a pretty thorough process of how I approach things. I'm trying to connect the color coding explanations, modular learning. Learning is not oh, okay. Let's see here. Learning is not atomized. Atomizing information itself to more effectively learn. Yes. Oh, this is perfect. How do you use Zettelkasten here? I really like your book lists. Pretty straightforward, only what matters. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to filling out that book list yet. I've kind of just put that there because it's not my gear, but I was talking about it in a video and I wanted to actually put it somewhere where if people decided to support the channel through the affiliate link, it would do so. But I have not fleshed out that list at all. Actually, I should do that. Let's set myself a task here. Yeah. Obsidian Cyberpunk 2077. Is that a game? I am so far removed from the gaming scene these days. Learning is not atomized. Okay, I can fit this in. Yes, this will work. This will work. Okay. Displaying. Let's see. Differentiation of component parts and parts are duplicated. In essence, by using color coding, spend one step learning. Repeat yourself. Want to start over at every incremental addition. Result. Color coding approach. Separate the components out, define their purpose, while still seeing the public context in its entirety. This is an apt way to so the title of the other note is Learning is not atomized. It says an apt way to approach a topic or subject with the mindset that learning is not atomized. So now that I have a solid link for that to be nested with, I don't need it in the incubator anymore. That can now be an evergreen note. Okay. So now let's go to... Do the affiliates work for non-US Amazon? If you set them up, I haven't, and Amazon affiliates is horrible, like for payout wise. Like I think through my affiliate links, there's been like $300 worth of purchases, and I've made like $11 over like 4 months. If somebody wanted to support the channel, there are vastly better ways to do it than doing that, and probably the best one is GitHub sponsors, honestly, because they don't take any cuts out of any support or contributions. Oh, Sikaros, welcome. Everyone, Sikaros here is one of the people who helped me with my C++ class, because we're both going to the same university, Western Governors Online. So definitely make them feel welcome. Right now, I'm not tackling a class. I'm working on my networked knowledge collection, my Zettelkasten. I do have a lot of programming notes in here, and I have been working on some T-SQL notes. Believe me, Gavin, I'm not going back and doing my old ones, but now when I edit the Final Cut Pro, I just leave markers and I run that script that I set up for it, and I never have to do any manual timestamps at all. It's amazing. Highly recommend. Wait, what did I do here? How to read a book. And this was from... I watched that 1 hour video 3 times now. It's fantastic. Gonna love a actualization? Typo? But awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. It's amazing if people actually watch that thing through. It is long. That's why all the timestamps. Okay, this is a short one. What's the metadata on this look like right now? Okay, so it's not an input. It's... Okay. Oh, I did read this already. Stop reading sequentially. Novels and magazines are usually paper. Yes. Yes, okay. So how to read. This one is related to absorbing textbooks. Related to, these are related to literature notes. I need actual evergreen notes to link it to for it to have a home. What did I think of Colonel John B. or John By? What did you think of C++ after that class? I took a C++ class and left it not liking it. Well, let me fix the chat here. There we go. I'm not sure why it's fiddling with the overlay. Huh. This is strange. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that's why. Wrong chat. Fixed. Leaving the class, I mean, I don't dislike it. I actually really enjoyed writing the C++. I actually enjoyed it just from like seeing how it works, working with and actually understanding how pointers work now. That said, some of the methods of managing the pointers, where we had, at least for the final project I did, where we had to have like a constructor that had several, like just the approach of having, what was it, like derivative classes, or like the roster class, which then contains several instances, several instantiations of student classes. Like a lot of the stuff is just like, it was painful. The final was painful. But like at least just like learning the material, I didn't really have any trouble, and it was, you know, it was fun to learn, but I would definitely not want to write C++. Abdullah. Oh yes, hi Abdullah. I remember you from the Obsidian server. Always following your channel and streams. Really informative content. Thank you for supporting the Obsidian community. Aw, thank you. I definitely enjoy the Obsidian community a lot, and I like that people like what I'm doing. So, hey. Hopefully, when I can get this course out, it'll help even more people. Plus, it'll be a good way for me to actually have like a to B codified process of going about things and explaining things. Because I have my general, like, this is all the stuff that I do, and it's kind of like a web, but if I wanted to walk through some things, it would just be a good way of organizing it. That, and if people really value what I have to say, I mean, yeah, you can go through my YouTube and watch all my free stuff, but if you wanted to like support the channel and get like a guided approach, instant feedback, and follow like A to Z granular detail, and you're there for that, then I think a course would be a great thing to add. So that, and I think that personally with me, I take a kind of a a programmer's perspective to things. Like I like to really dig into the systems, like system generation, development, as well as like actually leveraging the technologies we have. Mermaid.js, using regular expressions, scripting languages on the files in your vault because it's plain text, command line, and leveraging that type of, those types of tools versus just thinking about like the theory of note taking or whatever. And I think like I take a little bit more of a generalist, wider scope approach. But yeah, ramble. Hopefully people find what I say interesting. If not, then I mean, I guess they don't have to subscribe to my channel, so. J. Bill Castro and MM Marco 2121, both follows. Thank you for joining the stream, and welcome. Everyone here, we should always make everyone feel welcome when they join the stream, so give everyone a warm welcome. Thank you for joining. All right, Gavin, about to drop wisdom. Personally, I think inheritance is one of the worst parts of OOP. Agreed. I just think that it is too much abstraction and just causes spaghetti code, or at least lots of unneeded lines of code. Besides that, I think OOP gets a lot of things right. I think I'm of the same opinion. I haven't done a lot with object-oriented programming to really have a thorough, like, well-thought-out opinion about it. But yeah, I don't like the concept of inheritance. I prefer more encapsulation and just things as units. Like I think like I actually really like OOP in Python, or at least what I've experienced of it so far as a completely newbie Python programmer. But yeah, the lower level languages, C, well, C doesn't have objects. C++, like, ugh, yeah. And then you're throwing in pointers to the mix and all of the other crazy things that have been added to that language over time. I am not about that. Yeah, Udemy, for sure. So how to read a book. I have several other notes here about this. Research reading. Executive function. Yep. Okay, so let's do a global block search for reading. Wow, how to take smart notes again, just random wisdom. Reading more does not correlate with having more ideas. String returned. Reading in a string value. True fans. Nope. No. Okay, so what does relate to how to take smart notes? So I'll leave that there, but it's still not connected to an evergreen note. Golang isn't object-oriented, but interfaces definitely get a lot of the good out of object-oriented without actually being object-oriented. Ricardo, I think inheritance is a very nice mechanism when created between interfaces. You guys are echoing each other already. Bring this over here. There we go. Okay. Quick check of Discord. Okay. How to read, how to read, how to read. How do we read? Well, for one, tags, because this would be learning. And then top level organization, search for novelty. No. Well established. Darn. How can I relate this? Do I have just a reading? I do. I'm gonna read. Okay. I'm really struggling to find a home for this one. But it's not difficult, and I want to find a home for it. If I look at my mock. I mean, I guess we could link this to the... Yeah, because it is kind of like a way of approaching the work of actually reading and digesting academic research. DT in the house. Hey man, how you doing? We are working on the Zettelkasten notes today. My new Thursday stream topic. So how to read a book is a good workflow for personal knowledge management. Okay. Oops. All right, so now that we got that, we can make this one no longer in the incubator. It's now perfectly fine with being an evergreen. Close that. Go back to search. Hey, DistroTube has been in one of my streams before. I think he's probably not going to come back because he probably saw me on the MacBook, but he was just on Brody's stream recently. Oh, not sure. Keeg? Keeg? You want to see my graph view? Sure. This is my graph as it currently stands. Woo. Growing slowly but steadily. So now you can tell exactly which camp some of my subscribers come from. Is when I say DT, who do you immediately think of? In the chat, D Thompson Dev is an amazing web developer, influencer, speaker, all around crazy person when it comes to social media and content generation. I am definitely learning a lot from him. He's got a Twitter course I intend to... I still don't know why I've been procrastinating about that. Yeah, I need to take your Twitter course, DT, and I'm planning to do that soon. I still have, I have it open in the tab here. I have procrastination. It's gonna happen. I swear, it's gonna happen. Actually, I'm not even working in Raindrop right now. I can just have Obsidian as the full screen at the moment. There we go. Yeah, it's been in my browser tab for like ever since you sent me the link, and I forgot about. You know what? I need to move it from the back to the front. Maybe that will help. But I do tend to take that. I've actually grown to like Twitter a lot since I've been talking to you. Twists in language or jokes based on. Pop by just to say hi, see you on Twitter, and love your content, your vibes. Awesome, thank you. I'm glad. As for staying safe, I already caught COVID, so I'm safe for a little while, I guess. Also, language and structure develop structures. Jonathan, I guess it's Jonathan Hammers? Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Herd immunity, yeah, for sure. Definitely trying to not catch it again. Always wearing a mask whenever I'm around people, and because I still had to go into my office once a week, luckily I wore my mask anytime I was around anybody. I don't think anybody caught anything from me. Dang, Devin. See, I want those results. Yeah, the fact that you actually like put a lot of value into it and condensed it is really great, because normally I just listen to like a lot of long form stuff on like 2.5x speed because I don't have the patience. But it's definitely a draw. Colonel John, it was like mid-October. All I had was like a headache for a day, thankfully, so my presentation of symptoms was very minimal. Had a positive test. Isolated, didn't go anywhere. A lot of takeout. Delivery food. But yeah, I need to actually put my YAML header in front of this. So we don't need to do that one anymore there. And then this one is still in the incubator. Oops, that one. There we go. A lot of humor can be attributed to twists in language or jokes based on the context of that language's usage. This is that what she said jokes. The joke is that whenever context to refrain. What this establishes is that just twisting language itself can lend itself to humor. Just twisting the language. The whole course is an hour. I've seen others being 5 to 6. Results right there. Damn, that's legit impressive. This Obsidian course I'm working on is like my first real paid course where I'm really trying to actually put as much value as possible. It's constantly growing and it's a lot of just talking points, but I will give you all live on the stream a sneak peek. Currently working through a lot of the items for filming, but yeah, we got several different sections, different pieces of functionality, going over every button, every pane, most of the plugins, all things Markdown. I just did a lot of research on Markdown, different specifications, what we can use, Mermaid, regular expressions, usage of the URIs, different SRS for space repetition applications and implementations. There's at least 3 that I can cover for this. A lot of advanced features, MathJax, YAML, Vim, and then actually using version control, basics on scripting. I'm not going to do like a whole bash course, but like basics on scripting and using that for your vault, different theories and approaches to using Obsidian, and then covering my stuff. So like that's like a sneak peek of a lot of what's coming. I have a lot to film still, and I'm working through it little by little, but I'm hoping that everyone will find it valuable. Yeah, I use the Vim keys in Obsidian. I'm in normal mode, right? Or insert mode right now, but yeah, there's normal mode. It has like a semi-supported Vim RC, but it's not as fully featured, and honestly, I would kill for Vim Easy Motion. As it stands, like there's a plugin that imitates sort of easy motion, but only on links. So if I did control apostrophe, it'll highlight the links here and it'll actually follow links for me. But I don't really use that too often. Yep, it uses the Vim.js library. A statement you made in particular context can then be twisted out of context and reframed in the sexual context. And what this establishes is that twisting language can lend itself to humor. Learning fundamentally shapes the brain. Learning particular languages and their structures, rules, can change the structure of the brain, and it ties in with culture, outlooks, thought processes. Such as the structure of Germanic languages or the Asian languages with their character / intonation. Pretty sure that's the phrase I'm thinking of. Yes, okay. Oh, the damn webcam again. There. I don't know why it does that. But thanks for the tip. Okay. And then I saw something about this recently. I forget where. About humor being what are those? It's level 5 heading. On unorthodox coupling of words and or phrases. Now, where did I see this before? I knew I saw this recently. Oh, that Gaussian blur. I don't appreciate it. What? Okay. We are looking for... It was about the modern humor, like that the younger generation sees so much text and words in a day that the most humorous things become just completely foreign mismatchings of words together, and that causing a humorous effect. Like me saying that, let's think of something incredibly outlandish, like, I don't know, you could just be like, yeah, that dude's so stupid, he's a hairy purple salami, and you're just like, what? Because the mismatching of those words together is that's not something you come across, and so seeing that, like I say, you're here, twisting things out of context for the sake of humor, and seeing something that's a little bit more original or less commonly happened upon is a way of instigating a humorous response. I forget where, so it doesn't matter. With modern technology, exposing people to a vast multitude. What was that? Old Gamer 281473. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to the stream. We are... Well, I am trying to figure out how the young kids do humor. In this note, anyways. Vast multitude with a large volume of text and words through social and other Forms of digital content. Many become sensitized to conventional humor and typical jokes. A effective means of instigating a humorous response would be to combine several unrelated or loosely associated words in an out of context scenario. The shock of seeing something novel. I have something about novelty. What is it? Novel. No. That's no. Makes it more likely for the response to land. Actually, let's make this. Yeah. Humor, culture, linguistics, neurology for the brain structures, language. We tied this to learning, shaping the structures in the brain. Language usage. That's a tricky one. Where can I file this in a way? Where do I want to find this again? Modern technology exposing people to large volume of text. Digital content. Basically desensitizing us to traditional approaches to humor. Knock knock, who's there? Where can I file this? Okay. Let's see if we have anything for... Nope. Got nothing on humor. So what about... Nope. No again. Okay. Oops, content. Where can we put this? Shucks, novel. Well, let's look for novel and content. No. No. Okay. Where would I want to find this? Depending a lot on culture and language. And the structure of the brain developing. Get stuff out of your head. Mental burden. Recall, neuron activity for recall in the wrong direction. Oh, this one. The brain and body being linked is a good related. Oh, it doesn't really relate because this isn't talking about the physical. This is talking purely about mental with language learning. Perceive those that feel. Simplicity of structure. Active practice, knowledge building. Yeah, still don't really have a place for this one yet. So we might just have to leave this in the incubator. Well, that's unfortunate. I wanted to put that one somewhere. Asking questions is to learn is not seen as a valid way of increasing one's knowledge, and is instead... Rather, it is instead. Actually, to put our YAML up top. Incubator. Okay. Should put some line breaks there. All right. No one is born knowing anything, knowing nothing, our innate instinct for our basic survival. Basic survival in pursuit of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Actually, I want to make that something to refer back to later. So we can put that as back of mind. Yes. Okay. To learn, we must ask questions, read, watch, listen. Read. Yeah, okay. How to read a book. Is that an alias of read? Or reading? Then we could say with this one, read. So don't ask questions, read, watch. Ooh, with this one. Not watching. No, so I'm gonna put watch back there, but the listen can definitely be replaced. You learn more by listening than talking. Then we're gonna do, but also footnote for the note meetings. Okay, research and delve into the world of knowledge that is available. It is perfectly acceptable to ask questions about what you do not know in order to learn, grow, and develop. To mock this pursuit is to mock somebody attempting to grow, akin to laughing at an overweight person in the gym trying to lose excess weight. To mock somebody for their lack of knowledge while they are in the midst of its pursuit is a common occurrence in modern culture in the West. Occurrence. Let's just say Western culture. Luckily, it may stem from the desire to feel superior to our peers and the overly competitive nature of Western culture. When we perceive someone as ignorant of something, we have the choice to share the knowledge with that person and aid their growth, or to mock them in an imbecilic manner for their lack of omniscience. Me trying to be all fancy with the big words. Imbecilic and omniscience. But this actually relates to a quote that... Actually, I'm going to go and hunt that down. It was on LinkedIn. It was actually on D. Thompson. His post. Had a post there. Where is it? Gwen, yay, hi. Where's that post? Where's that post? There it is. There we go. I don't know who says it, but that is the quote I want. Basically, put that there. Yeah. Reading a book, listening, Maslow's hierarchy. Actually, this one is very well linked, so this one is definitely going to get promoted. Excellent. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, so this one is linked now, so we can say, is there anywhere I can put Frith? Loyalty, unity, tribalism. Be Diddley Badger, that is an epic name. Hello, welcome to the stream. Trying to see. Been using Obsidian for a few months now and I'm digging it. Same. I think I'm over 4 months of usage now. It is, oh, it's been life-changing. I absolutely love it. Okay. So now I'm trying, so this is the hard part of building a Zettelkasten initially, is that if you have a large variety of interests, or you're just incredibly eclectic like me, I have interests in several just completely unrelated domains and contexts, and so I'm trying to connect some of these things together. So I got some things about like language, and then things about the brain, neurology, ADHD. I have a lot of stuff on ADHD, a lot of stuff about learning and productivity, but I also have a lot of stuff about heathenism and the Norse religion, and just a lot of random thoughts as well, but a lot of trying to find out places to connect a lot of these things when your vault is not, you know, thousands and thousands of notes, can be a little difficult sometimes. Written a novel and porting another into it. Holy crap, good on you. I applaud the fact that you can write a book. I've wanted to write a book sometime in my lifetime. I just don't know what I'd write about at this point, and I don't know. I might have an easier chance now that I do this, but yeah, that's actually really impressive. Nice. Connotations of a close bond bordering on familial. So it's also family as a tag. Oh, overtime language. Not questions. It was language. Where is it? Yes. Overtime, language can shift context, lose all original meaning, become an implementation of symbolism. Yeah. Okay. Do National Novel Writing Month. I have so many other commitments at this point. I don't have time to do anything additional on top of my plate. I'm trying to work on this Obsidian course. I work full-time. I have 2 businesses to run. I'm in school full-time. I have my own outside learning and research that I like to do and want to do, like with this Zettelkasten, reading research papers. I just don't have time for it, to be honest. But someday maybe. Could have a draft in the first month, spend the next finishing. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoy my organization. I'm quite a fan of building organizational systems, workflow, and productivity systems. I geek out on it so hard. Zeus Moose. Another awesome name. Welcome. And yo. Yeah, I have a lot going on. The only way I really effectively manage it is I am absolutely ruthless about my time and task management. because I have clinical ADHD. I'm finally back on medication after like 10 years. So that's why a lot of my like notes in my vault are a lot about ADHD. Like currently, like one of my favorite notes is ADHD, and ADHD hyperfocus is a double-edged sword of both deep work and avoidance. This is one of my favorite notes at this moment. But yeah, I rigidly manage my time block on my calendar, task management, and I basically survive by always and constantly looking at those two things, my calendar and my task management, whatever system I'm using, be it Task Warrior, Apple Reminders, or right currently I'm playing with Todoist. I don't have more than one vault. I only have one vault. I have another one for my Obsidian course I'm building, just so people can like have something afterwards to use. But yeah, I only have one, and this is what Publish is fed by, is this main one. But yeah, I'm hoping that by the end of this unit, or this term for my school, which ends, I think, in end of January, I'm hoping to have about 30 units finished this this term, semester, whatever they call it. I think I'm at 24? 20? Maybe it's 27 units. I'd like to have 30 units done, at least, but I might have 27. We'll see. We'll see. I'm taking an exam next Thursday. It's been haunting me. As soon as I get that out from over my head, I plan to like really hit the ground hard again on some of these classes and just dive into them. How do I consistently make progress towards a goal when there are no external deadlines? Very, very good question. Alien B, thanks for the follow and welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Consistently making progress towards a goal when there are no external deadlines. So yeah, not having a sense of urgency, expectation, or outside influence upon me to motivate me to complete something. Like, this is why people hire personal trainers, is because they want to outsource that accountability. They want to have somebody like dictating, you will be doing this. That's why some people respond to that very well. So if you don't have that structure in place, you don't have external deadlines, sometimes just making completely artificial ones for yourself can suffice. Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes I'm just intrinsically motivated enough to do things just because I want them done. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, it's a hard thing. It's I don't have a very foolproof answer for it. Frith is the collective influence you're spending time with, you associate. Also tag, man, this one's getting a lot of tags. Yeah. What was I thinking of? Relationships. Okay, so let's look at what we have. Let's do... Actually, yes, I want this. Not path, and I want content. I want to save that one. Oops. Search. Content bombed. There we go. Alien B, hey, new PhD student here, trying to set up a future-proof workflow for all my notes, and your video on Obsidian and Zotero was super helpful, thank you. Awesome! I am glad you enjoyed that video. I I felt like a lot of people really needed some help with that workflow. Maybe. Or at least I had to have at least one person ask me for it, and I thought it was just a good video to make, so I'm glad you appreciate it. I really, really like Zotero. And I just figured out today how to actually sync the files to my iPad so I can actually annotate with my Apple Pencil and the iPad. I thought I saw 3. I love the Zotero workflow. I love the Zotero workflow as well. I've used Zotero forever and I wish Obsidian was around when I started my doctorate. Yeah. Zotero is amazing. Which of my notes do... Zachary Thornburg, which of my notes do I find myself returning to and using most often? What do I access the most frequently? And return to it the most often. That's a very good question. I don't know if I have a singular note that I return to very often, but one thing I do like to reference a lot that I think right now is just one of my more favorite notes is one I just showed a little bit earlier about ADHD hyperfocus being a double-edged sword of both deep work and avoidance. I have a lot of notes about ADHD because I can talk from first-hand experience. Alien B, wait, my only beef with Zotero is that I can't figure out how to use it well with my iPad. Good to know that that's possible. I will be making a video about it because I just learned this today and it was really useful. But just as the quick answer, so you can just go ahead and start with this, it's the Zot file plugin. So actually, let me just open up Zotero. In Zot file, we can actually have tools, Zot file preferences. Right here, tablet settings. Use Zot file to send files from a tablet, and then you can choose your cloud folder. So like I have iCloud or Dropbox or whatever, what have you. You choose that folder, and then I chose create subfolders. I haven't seen this work yet, but in any case, you do this, send this folder, and that's basically it. And now I can actually send, I can see tablet files, tablet modified. I can go to a file and I can say, hey, send this to manage attachments, and it will, where is it? Maybe it's not a good example. Yeah, okay, manage attachments, and then send to tablet, and that will actually send it here, and it will be synced to my tablet. If I modify it, it's now here, and it will actually sync to the main file, so I can just mark up and annotate a PDF, and it syncs to that item, and now I have my annotations available to me. I think I already removed them, but no, actually, so this is actually one I made with by using this. I did this with my iPad and Adobe Acrobat, I think. So yeah, it works. I'm really happy about that because I wanted to actually have that available. So I'll be making a video about that in depth too. Maybe analytics on note accessing will be useful for Obsidian. Yeah, probably. What do I use for the iPad Zotero? Well, Zotero I can't get on my iPad, but what I can do is I can use that Zot file workflow to connect and sync the PDFs to my iCloud folder, and then in iCloud, I just access those files with a PDF program on the iPad, like Adobe Acrobat, and I can mark it up there, and then it syncs backwards to Zotero. NV Diddley Badger has followed. Thank you for the follow. Now, I know Rome Research has Rome Cult, but maybe we should just be like, hey, Obsidian Cult. That sounds kind of cringeworthy. Oh, yes, definitely this. Okay. Derek Sivers. Obsidian Cult metal band name. Right on the money. I like using Readle's Documents app for highlighting PDFs on my iPad because the iOS PDF interface sometimes deletes my annotations. Yeah, if it's preview, I think that's the common issue. That's why I'm not using preview, and plus I couldn't even really get correct annotations to work. It was actually just using like a pen highlighter versus actual highlighting of the text items. But yeah, preview I like just fine on the MacBook, but on the iPad I'm using a different PDF program. Every mention of friendship has already been referenced here. Great. Okay, okay, yes. Varying direction based on D's, analogies, and personal destiny. Fundamental component to the successful practice of formative spirituality. I do not like how this is formatted. It's an incubator still. Alias, I want that. Okay. Just casually dropping neoliberalism. I already linked it to Frith. Okay, good. In essence, taking the part of an observer, moving an avatar of ourselves as a marionette. Performance. Scratch the itch means something otherworldly. Okay. Okay. Still need some more actual evergreen notes to tie this into Orlog and weird. Wait. Put that one there. This one is incubator. Mother in the crown. Fate. Herbert's Dune. I'll just make that a person reference. Okay, I can insert a person. That's not an input. Okay. In any case. Okay, so it's another pop culture reference to this trinity of fate slash destiny. Don't need that anymore. Okay. We have fate, destiny, connotations of mythology. I already referenced mythology, but anyways. Reading words. Let's do mythology. It's only in those. Okay, so fate, destiny, purpose. And content equals purpose. Did I screw something up there? Huh. Why is it matching the word and? Match all of the following. Exclude, exclude. Okay, so I guess I just don't need the and. Okay, that works there. Actually, I need to save that search then. And remove that one. Alright. So we are now purpose. Stop changing my note. Yes, we have performative spirituality, so maybe we should also look for religion. Underlying powers overlap purpose. Okay, so no there. Religion. Oh, okay, yeah. So he did write about religion. Top level organization. Okay, let's open this one. Mystic folder hierarchy is like a collection of umbrellas. Okay, that's just me mentioning religion in passing. I don't need that one. Tricky. Tricky. So then we also have Orlog here. Which actually, now that we have correct references, it's Orlog. So Orlog is the fate and fortune intertwined to the web of weird for good or bad. What's the... There we go. I was looking for the umlauts for this. Okay, so we got... Now that we can support that with aliases. But also... Interesting. Okay, I didn't even get around to raindrop today. Just working on the existing seedlings and incubated notes that I've had already. So, I mean, tidying up, eh? Still, I want to connect this. I don't think I have anything really major on, like, religion, but I probably should. Because I do plan to flesh out a little bit more about this, about Norse religion. Diddly Badger. Blue Oyster. Blue Oyster Cult. Don't Fear the Reaper. Good song. Love that song. Yes, we need to open up the index because I need to make a new... mock. So which one, where should I connect this to? Open up another copy of index. One that is rendered. So we can see what do we have here. So it's not just interests, a domain of life. So we have business, personal knowledge management is a domain of life. Interest is a domain of life. So religion is also a domain of life. So I need to make a second level mock for religion. Click O equals religion, which I need to actually create now. Click O. Yes, they are all internal links. Religion doesn't exist yet. And then business interests programming. Okay, so then we have religion, which is put that there. There we go. That's closer. So now it's connected, and then religion itself is O connected to, and then I'm going to say no, I'm not going to connect it to anything yet. No, oh yes, I do have one thing for it though, because about religion is that one of the main subject areas for this domain of life, religion, that I'll be talking about is specifically heathenism, or the reconstructed Norse religion. So I need to actually put that one there as a page as well, which can be item number, or letter P here. So let's do O is connected to P. Perfect. All right. Neither of those are connected yet. Yes. Okay. Now I need to actually create those. So we're going to create a new note called, actually, yeah, this one's called religion. Okay, so religion. This one is a mock. And then the breadcrumb for this one is going to be what is, it's just links and tag that way. Okay, I'll just do that. Okay, so we link back to the breadcrumb. It's a mock religion. And then for this, we link to heathenism. Yes, because this node doesn't actually exist yet. So then we can actually make this a main heading point. It could be, actually, because this is the link we're going to, gotta dip and focus on some things. Good seeing the stream now. I'll stop by next time. Catch y'all later. Bye, V Diddly Badger. I'm streaming Thursdays and Fridays on Twitch at 5, and I do 2-hour streams on Thursdays for Zettelkasten and Obsidian, and Fridays it's about 3 hours for Python application development that I'm working on. I'm working on a Python application to deal with some records and stuff. I'm learning some Python libraries, basically. I'm learning Python. So that's my current 2 streaming days. Thanks for stopping by today and for the follow. I don't have any of this extra metadata from that. I actually just need to put this. Actually, I need to not put that there. I need to go to my templates, put it in here, name it mock. There we go. Okay, so then I can put that there. Instead of religion, it's title, index, mock tag, and then we need a space holder. Okay, so that's going to be that template. That'll be better in the future for creating mocks. Okay, religion. Heathenism is the main topic right now. That's as far as I need to flesh that out. Currently, yes, okay. So, fleshing out heathenism. Already got a lot of stuff linked to this. So we could link this to mock. And this is a mock, but we're not linking to index. We are linking to... Oh my god, come on. Religion. Make breadcrumb links. Awesome, I'll see you there. So heathenism, and then we have formative spirituality. Then we also have Frith, weird, and also Orlog. Awesome. I love that we can autocomplete the aliases now with the pipe when they have them available. That's excellent. Concepts and terms. Okay, so now that we have the map of content, it links to all of these items, which means we can now say, I don't need the graph, I don't need the breadcrumb. All of these are now no longer incubated notes. They are now evergreen because they have found a home, they are fleshed out, they are connected. So now I can promote them. Y'all saw a graduation of a brand new mock today. Yes. Okay. And then performative spirituality. You are also now mature. Excellent. And now we have an additional field for the mock, or the map of mock. Excellent. Yes, going here, we'll go here, and then from there we can go to there, back to there, so on and so forth, into infinity. Okay. Yes, I do need to flesh out some notes on GitHub technical material. Where would I file GitHub though? Is it probably going somewhere? Let me see. I open my graph and search for tag. Don't want to see tags or attachments. Yes. Okay, so place for GitHub. Place for GitHub. I was looking for not business programming. I should probably just make a separate one for technology and move Vim over to it, because these are languages. Vim is not a language, it's a tool. I should probably just put technology, like general technology, as another subdomain of that. So then okay, so I need to say technology, and then click W. Click W, and then because it's a interests, which means interests is a sublevel here, and put W there. So now it's linked there, and then we could say now it's a sub-interest for technology, and then we could say that it's W points to both Vim and GitHub. Vim was E. Okay, so E. And this one is no longer pointing at E. Okay. Technology, Vim, correct. And then, okay, so we need to create this mock, but we're gonna link Vim, and now I need to make a new node for GitHub. Okay, I did a lowercase h. Should fix that. Okay. WX. Internal link. It's also X. Okay, and technology is going to go to that and X. Perfect. And now, okay, so what do I need to do now? I need to actually make technology. It links back not to index, but technology links to interests. Vim and GitHub, and now I can open up both of those. I could say GitHub, you are now a mock, but you are also to do, because I need to actually finish that. For now. And then Vim, you are no longer under the programming mock, you are under interests. Or no, it's technology. And then this one is also, actually, there we go. Okay, so now I can get rid of some of that crap. It's a mock. This one links to technology, but it is also a to-do item, because I need to flesh that out some more. And Vim, I could do some more with Vim, but at this point I don't think I need to. we'll get around to there eventually. Okay, so we have made some new mocks today. Seen some expansion. Yeah, wow. Okay, some things are breaking out a little bit. Religion, personal knowledge management, business, interests. And progressively, it's going to get either taller and or wider over time as I fill out some more of those things. All right, this has been a very productive working session. Added several new things to the vault. Let's see, clear all filters. And, oops. All right, yay. Got some good stuff going. Did some good work today. All right, I'll be streaming Obsidian content every Thursday from now on, starting at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or at least California time. Fridays, I'll be streaming Python application development. And now it is time to raid somebody. So let's see who we can go raid. Who do I want to raid today? Ooh, Aurora looks like she's just starting again. Yeah, I enjoy raiding her. So let's go raid Aurora. Alien Beef, thanks for attending. Yeah, hope to see you in the next one. I'll be streaming tomorrow. It's more just Python stuff, but Zettelkasten and Obsidian work on Thursdays. So hope to see you there. Okay, I actually need to go and do this in my Twitch chat really quick for the raid. Raid. And we're going to raid Auroral Games. Alright. Alright, everybody. Thanks for attending. I'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time if you want to see some Python live coding. Bye-bye.